Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Lunar Classic video update for Sunday 2nd of October. Okay, this is on the daily time frame. The trend line is still in effect. Unfortunately, we're trying to cross above the trend line. Yesterday we talked about the possibility of actually going to 36,000 and making a curved shape. And when you try to make a curved shape, I told you you're going to have to come back and retest the line, and this is the moment of truth. We're going to see if we can actually retest the line. Amazing. We're going to start to move higher. Now this is your curved, like this one made that cup right there. This is the handle, made a nice beautiful cup and handle. And if you watched in yesterday's video, I actually mentioned this one, that if you do break out of it, then that next technical target will be from the bottom here, from the top to the bottom right there. This is where we're going to break out, and you actually did break out of it. So placing this one right over there, you actually went to the technical target right straight on the money right there. Now the thing is, on the daily though, when you shift in on the daily, it just shows that you are not crossing that trend line. You really are not still crossing the trend line, and right now you have to be careful. A lot of technical analysts are saying that there was a lot of liquidity grab right here on the 37,000, and it had to go up here and then actually finally go to the downside. And I do agree with some of those statements, because it's really shady for Lunar Classic to start to move to the upside. Finger crossed. Let me tell you the best bullish scenario and when we're going to actually move up to 84,000. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually turn off the log scale, and this is what I wanted to talk about today. So if you look at the log scale here, Binance use by default, their charts are set by default with a turned off log scale. But if you look at TradingView, there's an option to turn it on and off. Now normally I turn it on, okay, the log scale, I turn it on, and there's a huge mathematical different calculations when it comes down to the numbers here. Log scale is more exponential, and when you turn off the log scale, it's more like within equal proportion. Just notice how on your right screen here, when the log scale is turned off, you have 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and you have 20,000. So the numbers have an equal distance of 5,000 difference. If I turn on the log scale, you're going to see 7,500, 8,600, 10,000, 11,000. So exponential calculation is being done right there. I cannot actually go deep into the mathematical calculation, but the reason why I'm telling you this one is because I was looking at Binance chart, and the Binance chart still suggests that you are going up. You got rejected here, you went down again, you went up to that very trend line, and you're still rejected in the trend line. Yesterday I made a whole video about the importance of a trend line, and unless you're not breaking out and retesting, this is the moment of truth. You broke it out, amazing, but you can see on the daily it's turning out to be a wick. But not so fast. We still have 10 more hours to close the daily candlestick, and if you end up closing this daily candlestick, that's actually going to make a shooting star. So let's actually do a very quick shooting star right there, and I'm going to show you the images. So this is how the shooting star looks like, and the candlestick is what we really need to look at. So this is the shooting star candlestick right there, and you can see that this is one big wick, small body, small lower shadow, and that's the candlestick that you have to pay attention to. And especially when you make a bearish candle like this right on the resistance, that's not a good sign. Okay, so there are still chances of actually coming down. The best scenario, and the best scenario that I can tell you Lunar Classic is going to come up to 84,000 is the following. Okay, so what you want to do for Lunar Classic now is the following. So here, this part carefully. Now from here, you want to see Lunar Classic first of all break the trend line. Okay, number one rule, which you're not doing. Okay, and you can see that is 0.382 of the fib retracement that you're actually being rejected at. You need to break the 0.382. You need to break the trend line. You need to come above and go up to 43,519. This is where I want to see Lunar Classic come above to, and that's actually going to be the golden ratio. Okay, so when you come up to the golden ratio, that's a huge ticket to actually go up to 84,036. Now there's one more thing I want to talk about, and I want to bring in the Gauss channel as well. So I was actually observing the Gauss channel after a very, very long time. So the Gauss channel is some sort of a pipe, and this pipe, whenever it flashes red, then that particular coin is going to be in deep trouble. If I just show you just a little bit of introduction to Gauss channel, of course you can learn all of these indicators in my trading course. I do have a trading course out there. Message me on Twitter and get this course out there, guys. It's crazy informative. People are loving every single content out there. What I can show you for Bitcoin, you can see this is a Gaussian channel, and even Bitcoin is actually under the Gaussian channel. It's red right now, and you can see whenever it's above the Gaussian channel, you're still in an uptrend. There's no any bad thing about the coin, and that's why I'm very bullish on Luna Classic for a long term. If you actually just zoom out of it, you can see whenever it's red, that's when you go for a bear market. Whenever it's red, it goes for a bear market. Whenever it's red, it goes in for a bear market. Now I know it's zoomed out a little bit, but if I try to zoom in there and try to go into the details, you can see when it was rallying to the upside, the prices were pushing up, it came down, bounced off the highest part of the Gaussian channel, went up, above it, went up, above it, went up, above it. As soon as it actually went underneath, that's when you actually went for the bear market, and then you broke out of it, you went down to retest, you got successful, and as soon as you got below it, that's when you actually went really down. Okay, so Bitcoin is still in trouble. You can see it's under the Gaussian channel, and I'm still actually bearish on Bitcoin for a reason. Now when you talk about the same rules, applying the same rules to Luna Classic right now, you can see that Luna Classic, even if, let's say, for example, you ever came down to the lowest band of the Gaussian channel, which is still my price prediction of 14,000, 13,000, it's not bad. At least it's not underneath that line. Okay, it's not really bad. Now look, the last time you actually went in, this is why you actually got the bounce off the middle Gaussian channel. I actually didn't notice this, but now you're above it. So let's see what happens. There are still chances, even if you ever go below under the Gaussian channel and you come down to the lowest band, which is 13,000 or 14,000, that is nothing bad. Okay, but the favorite scenario, which is actually good, which actually tells me that Luna Classic is amazing, is because you're still above the Gaussian channel, and there's nothing wrong with Luna Classic if you look at things on a higher time frame like the daily, because Gaussian channel works best on the daily time frame. So yeah, go to 14,000 or not, we're still looking good. The problem really comes in when you really lose the lowest part of the Gaussian channel and go underneath that and go to 8,000. That's going to be a very big, huge, massive problem. And that's the swing trade concept that I've been introducing for a long time. This is not a short-term, pumps and dumps in betweens like this, but I'm talking about the swing trading strategy. And that's pretty much it for this update. Watch, check out the course as well. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.